What is up, chat? How we doing tonight? Gonna be starting soon here. We're gonna be taking a look at the patch notes, which are definitely gonna be interesting to say the least. Heard news that New Orleans might cease to exist. Yeah, that's kind of facts. New Orleans is a city that's underwater, basically. My favorite basketball team is from New Orleans, the Pelicans. It's tough. Basically, there's like a river that's, I think it's the Mississippi River, has been like trying to go through New Orleans, and they like pushed it one way, and it's finally pushing back to the point where it's just gonna like implode New Orleans, basically. Yeah, I can see that, Shoshi Mason. How we doing tonight, guys? We're gonna be just like looking at the patch notes for a little bit. The new update. I'm not very excited about this. It's not horrible, but it's like, with the new spell coming out, it's definitely questionable, to say the least. It's gonna be a short stream tonight as well, just because I have to wake up even earlier, and tomorrow's gonna be a longer stream for the spell. But I just want to go over some quick thoughts. So let's just get right into it. We'll probably be talking about it throughout the night, but the Musketeer nerf is definitely questionable, because it's gonna be good, don't get me wrong, but Musketeers getting nerfed only 20% to sniper shots is like, you can just buff it still with Holy Sanctuary and you're going to be doing so much damage. And that's what I usually do. So like, it really doesn't change anything for the most part there. I saw people saying that it should get its cooldown increased. I could definitely see that being a better nerf, because that'll affect it on every level. Damage is still just going to scale with what level you have it. Dwarf, yeah, Dwarf is going to be interesting. I love the concept of Dwarf. It's also a really fun tower, but I still don't know if it's going to have like the necessary utility to be able to actually be viable in most situations. The fact that it can't hit air is really tough, but if that Furnace Blast can actually take care of ground troops now, maybe taking care of air isn't going to be as difficult. Yeah, I'm not sure, Shoshi. Hunter Outpost Eagle, getting its speed increased, that's honestly fair. It was really, really slow. And I think that being able to actually like micro it effectively will help it out. It does a lot of damage and it does a lot of stalling. I was using Hunter Outpost as a really good card in Coin Farm when it got buffed. Even before it got buffed, I was using it a little bit. But ever since Crossbow 4 came out, it's kind of just like useless to use Hunter Outpost. Because Crossbow 4 is just that much better. Big Royal Archer changes here though. I still don't know if it's enough. I feel like Royal Archer's base damage has to do more than what it's doing to be like a viable tower. And maybe its targeting priority could be a little bit better as well. But at least the armor piercing is getting better target priority. That's good. That's like really important, arguably. Eagle damage increased a little bit. I don't know if it's going to put it over the edge. But armor piercer max damage is also pretty nice. And the cooldown going down, duration going up. I don't know if it's going to be like, I can't believe it was 25 seconds for 3 seconds. That is insane. Now 18 seconds for 6 seconds is like, alright. It's fair. But I don't know if it's even like the buff it should be. How we doing, Estigario? We're just going to be going over the patch notes here for a little bit, and then we'll play some Iron Onslaught. It's going to be a short stream tonight. And then we'll do probably a longer stream tomorrow, doing some new stuff with the spell. We're going to talk about the spell tonight too, because it is in the game, and we can actually finally see what's going on with it. And that's it for the balance changes. We'll go over it again for the new people joining in, and we'll be talking about it throughout the night. If anybody wants to give their thoughts and opinions, go for it. Card information, all instances of damage over time should now be displaying properly. It displays their per second and total duration. I don't even know if it does that. Let's go to Necromancer. Yeah, like it's still just the dot. So that, I don't even know if that changed. I know like with the Rangers hideout, there was a weird change. Maybe not. Join the tier list contest. Should I make another tier list finally? I feel like a tier list is just kind of, I don't know, like an objective tier list doesn't really work in this game. You gotta add all those like asterisks and all those but this, but that, like I did in my last tier list. They're fun to make, but not when you have to explain everything so like, it's just such in a weird way because there's so many factors you have to think about. Like, oh, this card can be like back in the day when Rangers hideout could be like S tier in some specific situations, and then in other situations they can be like C tier or worse. Yeah, 200 gems not worth it. It's not bad though. The tournaments have been giving a lot of gems out, but yeah, they could be given a little bit more. I know Hatemonger does really try and fight to give us as many rewards as possible. Like in this beginning, bro, 200 gems would have been like, whoa, we'll take that. Those first few events, Ironhide was being really stingy, and Hatemonger really had to fight for that. W Hatemonger in the chat. But yeah, the big one here that we're not seeing is obviously Rocket Gunner is not getting nerfed. It's a little much of a bro moment for most people. Obviously, because they're trying to sell that pack, probably. And I made a joke that the Mandalorian movie just came out, so they can nerf Rocket Gunners. Which is obviously just not true. But that was the meme. So, and that's kind of it. There's really not much to talk about here. But I'll be reading chat. Yeah, I definitely want to try Dwarf. I don't know if the patch notes are actually live or not. Let me see. What's a daily arena? Is it Bandits? No, it's Silver Oak. Silver Oak is a good map to try Dwarf on. Maybe it is live. Oh, you know, it is live because I know Musketeers nerf is live. So we could try that. I do like Royal Archers too. Could try the Royal Archers out. Yeah, those buffs are live. I don't know if I'd want to use Ingvar, but like, we could try Raylan too. Or we could just go with classic Hacksaw. Hacksaw never fails me. Hacksaw, Archery Scouts, Royal Archers. Or actually, I want to put Holy Sanctuary in there. And then Royal Archers. And then Dwarf. Is that the deck for Silver Oak? Yeah, no RG nerf is kind of crazy. We were looking at the balance changes. We'll talk about it again real quick. But, and we'll talk about it throughout the night. It's going to be a short stream. But tomorrow will be longer for the new spell, which we should take a look at the new spell as well. Basically, like, they're nerfing Musketeers a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to kill the card, which is good because it's a free-to-play option. No RG nerf is kind of crazy. I don't even know what to say about that, really. There's a lot to say about the no RG nerf, but yeah. You have 400 plus scrolls in the Summon Rift. Is the new spell worth it? I think it's going to be good. We haven't really seen it like on display yet with the level 7 stats and stuff. But, you know, I'm right there with you. I've got a bunch saved up. Hopefully grinding out some more tonight. I don't think I'll push it to get it like a really high level unless it's like ridiculously cracked. But let's take a look at it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dot display is like consistent now. They said it displays the damage over time and the damage like in general, but it doesn't. It just is still damage over time, but I'm pretty sure it's all consistent now. So at level 7, it's doing some good damage here, and what we saw is the cooldown is only 60 seconds. Duration is 4 seconds. Area effect is 90. Summon Force, 5% decrease in summon spells cooldown. I actually like that because you can stack it with Malik and Holy Sanctuary. That could be a crazy combo, and then once we get better reinforcements in the future, and I already like Fallen Order, as you guys know, but once you can stack that, I actually think that's going to be good. And then 7% increase to allies' health is also pretty big. You know, you can combine that with Dwarf and Crossbow, for example, and then you can get up to 15% extra health on allies. That could be kind of nasty. Especially with Paladins, maybe. I do like these perks. I think they'll be better in the future. But for now, they're not terrible synergies. And then Burning Will. This is what I was not expecting. When you kill enemies, you'll spawn what I guess they're calling solar something. I guess we're not calling them anything. But yeah, you'll spawn enemies that, like, explode on the enemy's tracks, which is kind of ridiculous. This is going to be really good for Onslaught, was what people were saying. And I totally didn't even think about that. And they also have magic resistance. Like, not only is this a crazy damage spell that you can get every 60 seconds, and I'm sure this cooldown goes down once you upgrade it to higher levels like other spells do. I would only imagine that's what it is. Not only are you doing that damage, but you're also spawning troops on your enemy's side. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm hoping people won't spam muskets as much, but I don't think it's going to really change much. I still don't think muskets are, like, the win condition to, like, win every game. I don't know, it's tough. Because, like, I think it'll help. But again, if you're using Holy Sanctuary like I do with that Hacksaw deck, you're still going to do so much damage with sniper shots that the nerf isn't going to matter at all. People in the Discord were saying they should lower the cooldown, and I completely agree. Because lowering the cooldown affects every level, when decreasing the damage doesn't really do much if you think about it. One minute cooldown is flat. Do you know if it increases with every level, though? Because if it does, like, I mean, even if it doesn't, Thunderbolt says 55 seconds. That's what people were comparing it to. So it's like, it's just kind of wild to compare those two. And since we also have, like, we could do vines before, we could do vines, fireball, and lightning, but now you can do solar blast, lightning, and thunderbolts. And just go crazy. Or ultimate strike if you really need it. But I feel like the triple area damage may actually be nice. This is the deck we were going to mess around with in Silver Oak, if we got around to it. Still 1 minute cooldown at max. That's good at least. But I'm sure the damage goes up pretty nicely. Because at level 7, it's doing more damage than Thunderbolts. And Rain of Fire, I think. No, Rain of Fire does a little bit more. But again, that's level 7. What does Fireball cooldown? 55? 58? Yeah, like at that point, bro. It's like, holy. So we'll see. What's also weird is, like, this spell is going to indirectly buff Rocket Cutters and Blazing Gem. And that's just not going to be fun. Especially Blazing Gem. I'm just halting because I didn't invest more in Blazing Gem. Maybe I'll use my 3 wild cards on the gem, even though I feel like that's a terrible idea. Like, I think your wild cards, the legendary wild cards, the best use case is using it on heroes instead of towers. I don't think it's a good idea to use it on towers. That's just me, though. Because I feel like all these towers that we have right now, the 4 legendary towers... Yeah, no, I'm going to save them, don't worry. But I feel like all these legendary towers we have, like, all have a weakness at some point. Like, Battle Mecha, I think, is the one with the least amount of weaknesses, but it's still... Like, there's still some maps where you can't even place it down, really. I'm on a test server. No, this is actually live. If you go into your App Store or Google Play Store, you should be able to download the update. Yeah, I'm definitely going to save my wild cards for now. There's nothing I really want to use the legendary wild cards on now. The thing I want to use it on the most is Ashbite, surprisingly. Just because Ashbite is fun to play. Maybe we'll do some Stadium, I don't know. Some Stadium with some Dwarf and Royal Archers. Like, this deck right here with Paladins could actually go crazy with Ashbite. But we played that guy last night who had the Battle Mecha deck with Ashbite. That was ridiculous. Like, genuinely unfair. I'd also put Stun in this deck if we're going to actually rock that. Yeah, like, if I didn't have Battle Mecha level 10, I would consider using it on Battle Mecha. Bearsad's also, like, low-key worth considering to get to level 12. I'm just not a huge fan of Bearsad. I love him, don't get me wrong, but, like, I feel like there's going to be a dragon that comes out one day that I like more than Bearsad. I even low-key like playing Ashbite more. He's kind of fun. Especially with that rework. Bearsad fell off a little bit, but I do think he's still the best dragon. Alright, let's run a few games of Iron Onslaught. We're going to be running this deck. I know I'm using Musketeers, but I don't even use Musketeers for sniper shots in Iron Onslaught. It's just to help clear. So let's see what we do here. Bandit Slayer map first, the Sneaky Bush. Look at those sneaky bushes. So yeah, keep chatting about how you feel about the patch notes. We got a bot first, I think. Yeah, this is definitely a bot. But I need to like test stuff with the patch notes. I need to see how Solar Flare impacts the meta to really be able to determine how I feel about the patch notes. Let's go Bandit Shields there. Yeah, a lot of us were hoping for more changes. It's weird seeing the changes they did. It's like, why did they even think about changing Dwarp? Who was complaining? I mean, I guess people were saying Dwarp sucks, but like, is it really what we need to be focusing on? Like, aren't there bigger priorities? Like, I appreciate them buffing a few free-to-play options like Royal Archers. Like, Royal Archers should be so much better than they are. But I still think they need to do just more base damage. That still makes no sense to me. Royal Archer is like barely doing any damage. I don't know if smoke bombs were the play there. I probably should have gone golems. Yeah, I actually think the Hunter Outpost Eagle speed was pretty big and is kind of going under people's radar. I already think Hunter's Outpost is an underrated card. If you haven't seen my coin farm video, before Crossbow 4 came out, that's what I was using in coin farm. And I wasn't like trolling with it either. Like it was genuinely my win deck in coin farm, which is kind of crazy. I've always thought it was really good. I need to get Necromancer up here. The bot really sold that spot to buy the Necromancer. I'm kind of surprised. This spot right here. I was going to say that's exactly where I need the Necromancer. Royal Archer's only good in coin farm. I kind of like Royal Archers in Silver Oak. I think Royal Archers in Silver Oak with that OG Battle Mecha deck could be kind of nice. Could be seeing it a little bit more on Forsaken, maybe Forsaken. I think we'll definitely see it more on Silver Oak. We could even see it on Stormcloud, believe it or not. Maybe that's a hot take. Oh, I should have one-shot this guy. Massive sell from Dro. Big time selling here. Gotta lock in, can't lose my Iron Onslaught win streak. Just kidding, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, I wasted the roar. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. No, we lost the round. Oh, we didn't. Okay. Yeah, Boneheart. I think Boneheart and Ice Scald are still the meta for coin farm, easily. I still think Ice Scald's great in coin farm, but Boneheart is definitely really good. I don't think I've played with Boneheart since the nerfs to him, but I don't even think it matters. Oh, I wasted her vines. I'm actually a bot. Actually, I didn't really waste them. It still got some value, I guess. There's a lot of magic resistance troops down here. Let's one-shot that guy. That's some valid vines. Let them walk up a little bit, maybe. Just keep pushing archery scouts here. Mid polymorph, maybe, but I think that's okay. Let's move these archery scouts over. That's good value. Even though we're so behind, we're gonna lose. Look how behind we are, bro. I feel like Ilaria is better than Astra. I agree, actually. Like, I ran that poll earlier, but everybody was saying Astra. And I don't blame him. I think like maybe at the highest skill level, Astra is better, but I kind of like Ilaria better. Overall, at least. Could just be preference, too. Yeah, I could see them nerfing Solar Flare to have a longer cooldown. It is kind of ridiculous. Hit me with the Tesla stuns? It's kind of surprising, actually. Poison, maybe? Okay, that's good poison. Yeah, like, I feel like Astra is a little bit better if you can isolate the boss earlier. Just because Onyx arrows are cracked. Onyx arrows are very good. I remember when they buffed Astra, I, like, couldn't believe it. I still kind of can't. Like, I still think Astra, like, at the highest level, she has, like, the most upside. I'm surprised this bot cleared that. Ilaria definitely brings more utility, and that's why I like her better. Oh my goodness, the boss already. Let's get that going. Vines, big vines. Archer Scout's doing damage too. Get that. We're doing a lot of damage on the boss already. We just have to be careful of that bottom lane though. I gotta kill the boss right now. Which I think we do. No. Light work, there we go. Yeah, we'll do Iron Onslaught for a little bit, Alberto, but then we may try a couple Silver Oak maps. It's not going to be a long stream. We'll probably go for like an hour and a half at this point. Maybe 2 hours if I'm feeling good about it. But I want to try and get actual sleep tonight because I have to wake up even earlier. But then tomorrow Thursday I don't have to wake up early. And it's the new spell, so we could go for like 3 or 4 hours tomorrow. But this is the deck I wanted to try in Silver Oak right here. The buff to Royal Archer is the buff to Dwarf. But I kind of think the meta is going to be, like, not using these two cards together. Like, the meta is going to be using Crossbow Fort instead of Royal Archers. And then, with Royal Archers, you use Battle Mecha. I think that's the play. Patch notes are over here. We can go over them again. There's really not much. Musketeers, sniper shots, damage decreased. I don't think this is going to impact too much. Like I was saying, when you use Holy Sanctuary and buff them by 85%, that's what I do. And... you know, it's still going to be crazy, but regardless, at least it's not the last time, like, where they tried to nerf him. Like, they tried to nerf Musketeers by getting rid of the one-shot percentage for the most part, but then they increased the base damage for no reason. Dwarp, massive increase to the dot for Furnace Blast. That's going to be interesting. Hunter Outpost, the Eagle speed is faster. That's really good for just, like, utility and microing. Makes it just, like, better to play with. And then Royal Archer buff. A lot of Royal Archer buffs here, just to the skills, which they needed increased buffs to the skills, but I also think their base damage needs buffing. And then card information for Dot is apparently fixed, which I don't know if it really is. I was kind of looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know if it's, like, what they say it's supposed to be doing. Like, they're saying it's supposed to, display their damage per second and total duration, which I guess it does, actually. Because, like, if you go to Dwarp, 6 seconds, yeah, and then DPS. Which is kind of weird. You gotta do the math yourself still. Let's swap my deck back. Let's do another Iron Onslaught game, why not? Yeah, the update is out. But, it may not be live for Google Play Store, I'm not sure. It's live for iOS, because you can also see we have the card here for Solar Flare, or Solar Blast. Getting blasted tomorrow. We were talking about this. 60-second cooldown. The Burning Will spawning enemies on your opponent's side. That's going to be cracked for Onslaught. And then the perks being decreased summon cooldown, which now you can stack that with Malik and Holy Sanctuary. That's going to be nice to stack. Once we get better reinforcement spells, that could be really interesting. Yeah, interested to see how strong the fire elements are. I think they're going to be busted, man. 95% magic res, too. They only last for 7 seconds, but then they blow up and do area damage as well. And an 80 area effect. I want to see what they look like, too. But yeah, like, the DPS does more at level 7 than Lightning Bolts does at level 10. Which is, you know, definitely interesting, with only a 5-second more cooldown. I think Vincent was saying, like, he wouldn't be surprised if they increased the cooldown. I'm gonna go for level 8, probably. I'll probably go for level 8. Because, like, for Legendary, it's like, that's where the value is. And then, if you get lucky and get some pity copies, like, if I get 2 pity copies, maybe I'll go to 9. Or it's just ridiculous. I mean, the thing is with a legendary spell, too, is, like, how many times are we going to get a legendary spell? And how often are we going to get one? Probably not often. And there's only so much value you can get from a spell slot with what we have. So I feel like if there's a card to invest in, it's going to be the legendary spell. Especially a damage spell. Really can't go wrong with it. Yeah, 9 for Onslaught. Depends on pity. That's a really good idea. Oh, man. Use your wild cards on it? I don't think I'd use my wild cards on it. Another bot here. Using the same deck. I doubt we're going to see many real people in Iron Onslaught today. I don't really know what I'm going to use my wild cards on. I was saying, like, heroes are probably the best thing to use your wild cards on. We turn the volume down so there's no echo. There shouldn't be echo, but still. Audio should be fixed. I've only adjusted it 1,000,000 times at this point. Actually, I do hear a little bit of an echo, which is weird because there shouldn't be any. We were just going over the patch notes, Stormy. Yeah, Helm of Blackburn would be sick. The thing is, I want a legendary reinforcement. Just like you said, Vincent. A legendary reinforcement and Ironhide's money would have been mine. I mean, it would have been theirs. My money would have been Ironhide's. Holy. I'm trying to, like, commentate, play Onslaught, and listen to this echo for some reason. There is audio echo, right, with the gameplay. Actually, maybe there isn't now. I think it's just because there's 2 Ilarias, maybe? No? Am I going insane? Yeah, I'm hearing Ilaria twice as well. But there's no music echo, so it's literally just Ilaria. Nature claims the field. Yeah, but I have my mic muted, or like I have my gameplay muted. Like on my phone, I mean. So there shouldn't be any echo. As I'm about to get absolutely destroyed right now, because I'm not paying attention. Yeah, it's definitely a feedback issue. I'll try to see if I can do anything about it, and if not, streamer in the chat, I guess. It's gonna be a short stream though, anyways, because tomorrow we'll probably go for like 3 hours. Oh, come on. Goodness. Yeah, it does feel like the audio is doubled. My voice is definitely not doubled though, so it's just the gameplay. And if like I can't fix it, I'll just turn the audio off for gameplay. Or turn it down like really, really far. My goodness, though, I should have upgraded Necromancer. Let me upgrade this to Necromancer, actually. The bots are going crazy with these strats. I'm actually losing now because I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna save Ultimate Strike here because there's no way I win this round. Actually, there was a chance I won that round. It's okay, I don't mind giving it up. Yeah, no RG nerf. It's kind of wild. Solar Blast, getting blasted tomorrow. Getting Baja blasted. You know what's really fire though? Dirty sodas, where they put like ice cream in the soda. They do that at Taco Bell and McDonald's. They just started doing that at McDonald's. Pretty fire. Even though I like rarely get soda. Fun fact, like I always drink water when I get fast food, if I get fast food. To balance out the sodium. Not that I'm like a health freak, but like fast food's not good for you, and if you drink water and like you don't eat the McDonald's fries, it's actually not that bad. Like one large fry is worse than eating 10 hamburgers at McDonald's. Believe it or not. Yeah, we were saying the Hunter Outpost kind of is going under people's radar. I cannot imagine what, like what this is. Like, I think we want that. Let's see if that fixes it. And if not, we can get an L streamer in the chat. And I'll just turn the audio down. Oops, not that. That would have been tragic if we played somebody. Yeah, drinking water with McDonald's is rare. Ever since the dirty soda, though, I've been tempted to get it more. The dirty Dr. Pepper with ice cream in it is pretty gas. It's like a root beer float, basically. Oh yeah, you're right, demonic about that. Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention.
Nature claims the field.
Nope, still echoing. I'll just turn the gameplay sound down after this. Man, like, every time I get the sound working, it's like something happens to screw it up.
Nature claims the field.
Although I can hear the audio from my phone. Oh wait, I think I may know what it is. Yeah, because I can hear the audio on my phone. Even though like I have my sound all the way off. See that? It's all the way off, guys, it's all the way off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's go Smasher.
You can't run from us. Nature claims the field.
Oops, bad roar.
Can't run from us.
Yeah, but I can tell that wasn't the problem either, because I can just hear the gameplay right now. But I was hoping that would make it so that anything that happens doesn't echo, because I thought it said it wouldn't pick up. Maybe that was the opposite, because I can't read. You're probably right, demonic. It was probably the opposite, because I can't read. My voice is fine too, though. My voice doesn't have an echo, thankfully. I think the stream is just like double casting somewhere. At least for the gameplay. I think it also could just be a bug with Prism, because I've had that happen before on a test stream, where the audio is just still there for some reason. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a bit hard. Definitely a bit hard to multitask as a streamer. Especially during Iron Onslaught, where you like need to like be on your shit.
Nature claims the field.
Like, this is the game mode where like I can't really read chat, but still. Oh, we got him already. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to his side. We'll take it. I was also thinking that since we updated the app, let me just, maybe if I turn it down, like, all the way, it won't even echo. Probably not. Internal capture. I'm pretty sure I just wanted automatic. I'm pretty sure that was the meta. Well, I think that's what I just did. Nope, I can still hear it. Do we just play with no sound? Or is that just absolutely blasphemy? What's up, Waller? How we doing? Yeah, I'm gonna mute the game. I think that's better. Big raid incoming? W raid. We're having some audio difficulties, but that's basically an average Hobo Drobo stream. Let's go Magic Golems here. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's pretty much gonna be all bots tonight because I don't think many people are gonna have their game updated. So that'll be kind of rough. All bots. Although it's free scrolls. At the end of the day, you can't be mad with free scrolls. Let's get that. Let's get that. I don't like that this is covered right there. Usually I want to buy a Necromancer on this tower spot. We should be okay here, though. Roar saving the day, kind of. We'll take that. Hope everyone is having a good Tuesday evening, or Tuesday night, depending on where you are. Or Thursday morning. Throw him with the curveball. Oh my goodness, bandage shields? That's not good. Oh wait, we sent them bandage shields. Never mind, we're chilling. Let's get that mage up. Huge vines. Really bad roar, though. W donos from the fellas. So I have twosies with the 5. And Wintered Wizard visuals. Wintered Wizard visuals. That's a tongue twister. That's a W name. With the $2 dono. Yeah, we're locked in tonight. We got a big update coming tomorrow, so we went over the patch notes. There's going to be a new spell dropping in the Summon Rift. Get some W's in the chat for the donos. We're playing the Iron Onslaught game mode, which is basically you have to clear the waves faster than your opponent. And every time you clear faster, you take a life off your opponent. As I'm about to leak this bandit. You don't want to leak. You don't want a leaky butthole. That's never a good thing. Like that. That was really close to being a leaky butthole. Because we need to sell this. Ooh, that's not that great. Let's polymorph lightning all that. That's huge value. Mid-roar, but we should be fine. I'm going to save the ultimate strike, actually, since our the bot is struggling. I almost said the opponent. Speaking of leaky buttholes and Baja Blasted, though, the Cantina menu at Taco Bell is fire, and if I didn't have to work like every other day, I would be getting that so much more. Dummy Stormy Muffin with the membership. Welcome to the cave. Welcome to the cave for the first time, Stormy Muffin. Obviously satire there. If you guys don't know, Stormy Muffin's also a content creator. You should go sub to Stormy Muffin and follow them on Twitch. And if you don't, then I'll know. Alright, let's go again. And then maybe we'll try some hacks on a bit. Well, let's see, how much scrolls do we have right now? 814, that's not bad. Jimbo? Is this a real person? I think this is our first real person now. Let's go Bandit Shields, actually. 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, 814, Okay, this is like best case scenario for what tower spots could be covered. Last map was like worst case scenario. Let's do lightning bolts. Hopefully that knight gets taken down. Okay. Don't leak, don't leak, don't leak. Oh my goodness. Mage here, mage there. Mage everywhere. Oh, this is a real person because they have crossbow for it. Alright, we actually have to lock in here, guys. I'm actually going to go Smasher here. Should I go... No, I'm going to go Call the Dragon because Call the Dragon and Bandit Shield is a really nice combo. Okay, good vines. Let's ultimate strike that. Bad roar. I should have roared over here. Oh, good roar there. Although my opponent's clearing fast. I don't even know if we win this round because of that golem. The golem's going to screw us over here. I don't mind losing a life early on, but I'd rather save my spells there and just lose the life. Let's upgrade Bandit Shields again, actually. Even though it's kind of incentivizing him to go Necromancer. I'm gonna ultimate strike that guy. Mid vines, mid vines. Let's upgrade the Necromancer. I'm gonna try and get a Lariat on that Golem early. That's a good vines. Needed that. I'm just gonna poly that. I don't think we win this, honestly. I think the crossbow fort's gonna be way too much. Oh my goodness. That was way too close, but we got the draw. This guy has a much better strat than me, though. This is an outdated strat. Very outdated. And it's becoming very obvious here. This is where I should just have crossbow fort instead of musketeers. I haven't placed down musketeers once. Let's do that. Let's poly that, maybe? Poly... Yep, that's big. They're still clearing so much faster, though. I need Death Rider if I'm going to win. Or even just survive. Yeah, like, they're clearing so much faster. The Golem, too, because my Mage Towers can't do any damage to that Golem. Jimbo. I feel like I still push Call the Dragon here. Even though that may not be the play. We may just be trolling. Let's ultimate strike that. Big vines. Get some more barrages going out. I'm also going to sell that and then buy this. Good vines. I like those vines. Basically hoping those archery scouts can help with the golem here. Big roar. But I don't really have any AoE to take care of those polymorph troops. Okay, the dragon's actually getting value now. Let's take care of that golem there. We placed barbs. Those were good barbs for him. We're still going to lose, maybe? If Valeria can't take him out? Oh my goodness. Way too close for comfort. Boss round. I don't see us winning this, though. I think I'm actually finally going to take an L. Let's do that. Big spell barrages, though. Yeah, because another problem here is that my mage towers do no damage to this boss. So I'm going to have to buy that. Buy that for the golem. Move this guy over. Save polymorph for right here. Move these scouts up as much as possible. Let's sell that, buy more scouts. Sell that, because now it's all just about boss damage for the most part. Get them out of range. Poly those and hope a spell barrage goes off. No, those scouts can't reach. Yeah, we're going to lose to the crossbow for it. Man, it was a good try. I like that guy's deck, too. My third ever loss in Iron Onslaught. But you see, like, if I just have crossbow fort there, all of a sudden my scouts are doing more damage. So we're definitely going to use them over the musketeers. We also haven't seen Forsaken Valley. I was kind of surprised we even got to the boss round there, so I'll take that. It was also fun playing a real person. I kind of want to try and get a real person again. They had barbs, though. I'm kind of surprised they went barbs. But that did definitely help them against the Call of the Dragon. I don't think this is a real person. Ice Cult Archmage? There's no way, right? Gotta be troll. And they sent bandit gliders. Yeah, GG win, lad. That's a good deck. Like I was saying, I should just have crossbow fort in my deck instead of muskets. I'm trolling hard with that. Barbs are good for clutch on the boss damage. Yeah, definitely. Especially against that boss, too. I can definitely see that. I had a feeling this bot was not going to place down barracks as well. That's why I went ambushers. I don't know if barbs are better than archery scouts overall, though. They probably are, but I don't know. Like, again, I think if I have crossbow fort there, it's a different story. Either way, though, well played. Let's go like that. Yeah, barbs with stun is crazy. Well, the barbs helped you with the Call of the Dragon, too. That's the thing, is like, archery scouts can be good against Call of the Dragon, but barbs are actually better. Yeah, I haven't played Boneheart yet in Iron Onslaught. People are saying, like, Boneheart can be the meta in Iron Onslaught, but I don't know. Definitely pre-Wyvern nerf, I can see it. But I mean, I've had a lot of success with this deck. The only 3 people I've lost to is 2 Astro players, and then you, Winlad. You're my 3rd loss in Iron Onslaught ever. But that was also, like, mainly before Crossbow Fort was even in the game. And Boneheart. Well, no, Boneheart was in the game still. I was winning a lot of games against Boneheart. Yeah, the no range is the only thing that scares me with the barbs. Alright, this has to be another bot. Yeah, that's valid demonic too. There's definitely multiple decks you can run with Iron Onslaught. I don't think it's like a one deck meta, but there are a few cards that you could like kind of need. Like Necromancer, you just need Necromancer, unfortunately. We finally got Forsaken Valley, though. Oh my goodness, the damage from the crossbow fort and like an even playing field is crazy. Like, that should not be allowed. Max level crossbow fort is definitely the best tower in the game. I still haven't tried any custom matches. I gotta get on that at some point. I was thinking Stormy and I should do a collab stream like next week or something if Stormy's free. Prahan 2 would be a massive dub. The problem with Prahan is like our time schedules are so rough. Yeah, this is why I take Mage, because Forsaken Valley. And Necromancer, because Mage is the counter to Necromancer. I should sell this, though, and get, oh my goodness, the crows. I should sell this tower spot and get another crossbow fort up ASAP. I'm just not worrying here because the bot is so far behind. He's in level 2 crows, though. Anvar, how we doing? Hope everyone is having a fine Tuesday night. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, because updates on Wednesday. It's so weird because updates have always been on Thursdays, so it like throws me off. Let's just get this crossbow fort stack going. Who even needs Necromancer when you have this? Like, legit. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I'm just kidding. Necromancer's still OP. I'm sure if this was a real person, I'd need Necromancer. It's probably more of that. But look how much range the mages have now. This bottom mage having extra range, too, is huge. Because that's what was messing me up before. Oh, nice. Yeah, sometimes, like, in the boss round, like Demonic is saying, you just put mass crossbow for it. You literally don't need another tower. How old am I? I'm 23. Question mark? I guess the point, like, once you hit 21, bro, you kind of, like, just forget your age. Age past 21 is just, like, whatever. Let's go. Getting Q-sniped by Stormy Muffin. That's hype. Using Malik, too. Very interesting. This should be fun. Oh, this map is so boring, though. I feel like nothing I send him here is going to be good. Of course, the one Necromancer tower spot's also not there. It's bad news. He went with the Golems. The Golem was probably the better play than Armadillos, but I'm kind of hoping I can spam the Armadillos as he's watching me talking about my strat. Oh, I can't get crossbow fort up there. I can do that too. Ooh, yeah, we already lost. This is not good. I should have moved the archery scouts down. I don't like that either. I don't like what I'm seeing. Also, the Armadillos I picked are now absolutely useless. Let's clean that up. No risking around here. I don't know, these crossbow forts are a little bit too far from each other. To the point where I don't know if I can actually get the value I need. Will that reach that mage? Okay, it does reach the mage. Yeah, my only chance with the Armadillos here is to actually push them, but once I got smoke bombs, I was like, do I actually push them now? I think I'm just going to go smoke bombs. I would love Malik, I know. I thought about getting the pass. I mean, I wasn't even at tier 100 when the season ended, but I was like, should I just suck it up and push for it? Because I know I'm going to regret not having him. But at least I have Alarian Wild Fang. That was the card where I was like, I know I'm going to regret not having this card if I don't get it now. Even though you guys know how I felt about Alaria when she first came out. It's a big vines, actually. Let's get that going. This is not good for me here. Yeah, we already got crushed in another round. Like, where did his back thing go? Where did his back pillager go? It's like not even anywhere to be seen. Yeah, Malik should have been put in Summon Rift, like, a long time ago. Also, the boosters I picked here just sold me the game. Doesn't even matter when Malik can just one-tap everything. Especially at level 9 scaling. I should have realized that. I was thinking this was Stadium, and I was like, I could slow down Malik, but no, there's no slowing down Malik in this game mode. And Ilaria wastes her roar. Perfect. Playing just how I anticipated, yeah. There we go, that's a good roar. That time I actually went in for it. Doesn't even matter though, look at his clearing versus what I have to deal with. Oh, he sent me level 3 Golem, that's why. That's GG. With the Bandage Shield. Like, bruh, the boosters I got were pitiful. I shouldn't have pushed smoke bombs. I don't know how I didn't lose that. Yeah, 3 days before it ended. They also pushed it off a week, which is the crazy part. Like, giving people an extra week, because they were like, they probably saw the data and they were like, yeah, we need to give players an extra week. And then they'll finish the pass and buy it. It's not even about finishing the pass, it's about the fact that, like, people were so close. Oh my goodness, the Malik Tower stun. Oh, yeah, actually, she got the poison off. Thank goodness. Big roar, too. I'm really hoping they can just take care of that thing down there. Come on, guys. Take out the pillager. Pillage these lands. Okay, hold up. Hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up. The skeleton! Yeah! Oh, I couldn't emote. Let's go, we got smoke bombs here too. This is winnable, chat, this is winnable. Oh my god, this is probably not winnable, actually. Oh no, the Smasher. You're a devious man. I don't have the right setup to take out this boss right now either. It's basically just hope and pray Ilaria can do damage the entire time. It's literally all I'm praying for here is just Ilaria damage. Oh shit though. No, get out of there, archery scouts. Oh my goodness. Why didn't they move down? The micro didn't work. That may cost me the game. No, actually, I think we have it, maybe. Oh no, the golem absorbing the damage. It was so close, and now we're about to choke it. Oh my goodness, the ultimate strike finished it off. I should have just sold the mage. That was a great game, though. I knew he was going to win. As soon as all those troops went in front, I didn't even bother. With all the smoke bomb advantage, too. No, the reason I lost there is because the archery scouts didn't move down when I micro them. There's this really annoying bug where you can micro the archery scouts and they won't move down, and then they got killed by the axe guy. I promise you, if they actually move down there, I win the game. But it's all good. At least knowing that makes me happier than if I, like, lost to some BS. Because he still played well to recover from the smoke bombs. I actually really like this map. I may take that back, though. Yeah, Summon Rift should be tomorrow morning. Yeah, the smoke bombs paid off, but I still choked. Or the archery scouts bug choked. I'm not even taking that L in my chest, just because, like, that mechanic is so annoying. You shouldn't be able to place down the archery scouts marker and them not move. That makes no sense. Nice. Didn't get a Larry out of the way. Oh, he's pushing bats. I don't like that at all. This is a bot, though. Just so you guys know. But why does this bat have so much health? Okay, never mind. Four Iron Onslaught losses now, or 5 Iron Onslaught losses now, something like that. Dro's washed up. Let's go smoke bombs again. Yeah, level 4 bats is very scary. Very, very scary, especially when we have to use Ultimate Strike on the horses. That's the catcher here. He went level 3 already. We get an Alaria roar here. Big roar. Oh my goodness, these bats. The Dark Knights are tough as well. We need Poly. There's a huge Poly Valley right here. Oh my goodness, it was too late. That's fine. Yeah, 200k HP spread out is crazy work. Let's go Ghost again. This one Necromancer tower down there is doing nothing. I should have just saved the Ultimate Strike for one of the bats. They went level 4 bats. The bot chose level 4 bats. That's crazy. Like, genuinely. See, the first 2 bats are light work, but then it's like... gets a little tough. We're cooking them now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you guys didn't know about that mechanic too, crows can stun your heroes even though when they're not on the track. There's this really annoying Forsaken Valley map in Stadium that does that. I can't tell you how annoying that is with Hacksaw. I'll have Hacksaw be like running across Forsaken Valley, and then he'll just get stunned by a crow. And they're like perfectly lined up. Like whoever designed the wave comps, I was praising it even though it's annoying. Whoever designed the wave comps in Forsaken Valley knew what they were doing with the crows to specifically be able to stun melee heroes at like the most annoying times. There's one where like a tanky enemy will come out of the portal and then they'll put one crow there, and if you don't micro hacksaw around the crow, he'll try to get his one shot off, but the one shot won't go off because the crow stuns him just in time. Annoying. Check the stats on Solar Blast. We'll do that after this game. Let's go Magic Golem here. Yeah, we can check out the patch notes. There's a lot of people in the stream. We can check out the patch notes, give our quick comments on them again. Show you guys the Solar Blast in the game. We're getting blasted tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a Baja Blast on the way home to get me in the mood of getting blasted. How do you guys feel about that? Did Musketeers get nerfed? Yes. 20% damage to sniper shots. So, like, if you can really call it a nerf. Let's be real. It's not that much. It's better than nothing, but it's like... It's low-key nothing. Like, it's not going to change the meta that much. No RG nerf. We're getting Royal Archer's buff. Royal Archer buff, Dwarp. Damage over time buff for Furnace. And then Hunter Outpost, Eagle can move faster. Yeah, so what's weird about the Musketeer situation is they basically nerfed sniper shots last patch, and then they buffed its damage. And everybody was like, what? Because if anything, it just buffed the card. Like, I'm telling you, man. When you use Holy Sanctuary damage buff with Musketeer sniper shots, nothing lives. Like, literally nothing lives. Yeah, I think after this Onslaught game... Okay, there we go. Let's do a couple Silver Oak Stadium matches to wrap up the stream. We'll go for 2 hours. I said it was going to be a short stream, but we'll still do 2 hours here. Let's get my battle chest. Crossbow fort. Ooh, Bear's Head power up pack, guys. Only $49.99. What a steal. Alright, let's look at the Baja Blast. What I was comparing it to is the damage does more than level 10 Thunderbolts. Like a lot more. It's like roughly the same as Fireballs. Fireballs does a little bit more maxed area damage. But I mean, you're also spawning enemies on the opponent's side with magic resistance. Bro, they have 2.7, almost 2.8k health. Each of them. And they last for 7 seconds and do area damage. Like, Burning Will is something that we didn't see coming. And the perk is 5% decrease summon spell cooldown. We were thinking that this is going to go crazy with Malik and Holy Sanctuary. Because then it's like, what, is Malik 5% as well? Let's see. Malik is 7%? Oh my goodness. So then with Holy Sanctuary, you're getting 15% total decrease. And I think it's confirmed that we're getting a ranged reinforcement at some point. So even though I like Fallen Order, we're getting a ranged reinforcement, which is probably going to be an epic spell. That'll be pretty crazy. Then you can use Malik, Solar Blast, Holy Sanctuary, which all works really well together. Blazing Gem, Battle Mecha, meta. That'll be the hard meta. Yeah, like Boneheart too. There's going to be a lot of good cards that you can use with the Solar Blast. That's the thing that's good about Solar Blast, is it's going to be good with almost any strategy you have, basically. Any meta you have, this card's going to be good. That's why it may be worth investing in it. Hoping, like, obviously assuming they don't nerf it, which I don't think they are. They really haven't been nerfing a lot of the pay-to-win cards recently. Malik hasn't been touched. Rocket Cutters obviously haven't been touched, which has been the conversation of today with the patch notes. A lot to think about. And I was saying, like, the opportunity cost of getting a legendary spell is a little bit different than a hero or a tower, because like a tower you only have usually 1 or 2 in your deck. A hero is a hero. Usually the legendaries are the best ones, so you want to invest in the heroes when you can. Towers you want to be a little bit more iffy on. With a tower you really want to invest if you know you're going to use it all the time. And then a spell is like, how many times are we going to get a legendary spell, is the way I think of it. So you may just want to invest in it just because it's the only legendary spell we're getting. Let's try this deck, though. Or I was going to do crossbow before with Dwarf. Let's try the Dwarf buffs first. I think that could work. I also don't know if we need Holy Sanctuary here, though. I think Tesla Loki is better, although no, we kind of need to just limit test Dwarf. Let's try this deck. Yeah, to be fair, I was one of the people saying Malik was underwhelming when he first came out, but he's definitely not underwhelming. Malik is definitely one of, if not the best heroes. I've seen it firsthand. Like, shout out to Alberto again if he's watching. His deck is, like, when I went up against that deck, man, I was like, there's no way I'm winning this match no matter what I do. With Blazing Gem and Battle Mecha, it's just too good. Yeah, the thing is, Malik does have, like, a lot of weaknesses. He can die. I did lie. L Streamer. The thing is, I also don't have Malik, so I can't really test him myself. But, like, every time I was playing against him in Stadium, I won with Hacksaw. But I guess they just weren't using him that effectively. I do also think there's ways to shut down Malik. Sniper shots are still going to be really good. You can buff your sniper shot damage with Holy Sanctuary. And you can take down Malik. But it's tough when Battle Mecha Blazing Gem is such a good strategy right now as well. Yeah, Tesla Stun. There's a lot of things you can do. Let's go Magma here. We're playing a bot, but this is also not really a map I like to test Warp on. You'd think it is because you have these two spots, but this is not the map I was hoping for. Oh, I need to Ultimate Strike in this deck. That's what I was missing. That's on me. Let's go Dorp there. Let's just stack up the Dorps, actually. But this map is kind of a chalk because I don't have Ultimate Strike. What was I thinking, bro? Let's do that. Oh my goodness, that guy's going to go through the phases. No! It's okay, we have Hackshell's one shot on lock, probably. Oh my god, the Ash Bite's already dying. Okay, hopefully this match ends up quickly so we can swap out our deck again. Oh my goodness, the Gargoyle. Yeah, Battle Mecha I still think is the best legendary tower. The thing is about the legendary towers is that they all have situations where they're not good in. But legendary towers are also, like, they have really high upside, and I think Battle Mecha has the highest upside. No, it almost went through. Holy cell. Let's go crossbow there. Yeah, I think Riot Gunners needs a slight nerf, like nothing crazy. But just like nerf Sting Missile damage by 20%. I think they should still be able to hit bosses. I don't think they're that crazy. But just nerf Sting Missile damage by 20%, man. That's all like, it really takes. And increase the cooldown by 3 seconds. Those two nerfs would like put Rocket Gunners in a really good spot, I feel like. Yeah, I can agree with that too, Stormy. I feel like being able to protect your towers off the bat is kind of crazy. And nobody really used the Poop ability. The Poop is really good on that one map, Archmage Alley. But otherwise, nobody's using Waste Disposal. Ain't nobody using that shit. Door putting in the work a little bit. A little bit of work from the Dwarps. I mean, they're technically getting a little bit buffed from these crossbow forts. That was my goal. Yeah, exactly. Like, Dwarven Artillery is so good, but the main reason you don't take it often is because of Battle Mecha now. But I still think it's a good tower, because not everybody runs Battle Mecha when they should be. Like, when I was doing that meta stream the other day, and I went, what, 27 and... Or no, I went 17 and 1. I think it was more like 16 and 1. I didn't count. I just went on whenever my profile streak was, and I'm pretty sure it started at the beginning of the stream. I know it was at least 15 games. Lying in the clickbait. But if I did win those 2 games, it was off stream with the same deck, so... Let's get crossbow there, just above this crossbow. Do I speak Spanish? No. I can understand a little bit of Spanish, like when my coworkers are speaking Spanish. Or like music is playing. Like, I understand what the words mean, but I can't speak it. I'm Italian, though. That's my nationality. Oh! I gotta have a Boston accent, like a douchebag Boston accent. I wish I had a cool accent. I was thinking about that today. Like, having a cool accent would be really fun. But nah, it's just the annoying Boston accent. W promotion in the chat from Demonic. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to chat with us. Alright, let's keep this, but let's go Ultimate Strike. And then we should be able to really push the limits of Dwarp. Where am I from? I'm from Eastern USA. Northeast. I'm a Patriots fan, if that helps. But I'm also a Pelicans fan. New Orleans Pelicans fan. I have no connection to New Orleans, but I've been a Pelicans fan for a long time. It's been pain and suffering for a long time. If you think Kingdom Rush Battles has brought me pain for, like, the short term, try being a Pelicans fan for 9 years. Oh, let's go. We got a real person. What's a cool accent? I think, like, Spanish accents are pretty cool. Or, like Northern European accents. Those are pretty cool. I do impersonations, but they're not good and I get canceled, so we'll hold off on that. Yeah, stacking Dwarf Disable is crazy, and on Forsaken Valley, it's really good with the Molten Magma. That goes crazy. I shouldn't have bought Dwarf here off the bat, though. That was not really the play. Maybe here I go double crossbow for it. I think that's the play. I don't even know what booster I chose. Well, let's go Shaman. Belgian. I don't really know what the Belgian accent is. Pats fan, but yeah, the whole variable situation is tough. Especially after the year the Pats just had. Very tough. I'm kind of curious what they'll do about it. Because right now, nothing has been done about it. Broodmother already. This is tough. I'm gonna Ultimate Strike that. Believe it or not. Oh my, okay, he got the balloon. That's big. Let's get Dwarp there. Let's get a Polymorph there. Another crossbow for it. Big buzzsaws. Huge buzzsaws. Let's upgrade the Dwarp now. Let's get another crossbow for it. We're just going to spam crossbow for a Dwarp on this map. Let's go Ghosts. Oh, this guy's deck is pretty cracked. Like, I doubt we're beating this guy's deck. I think with Rocket Gunners, like, what we should be doing is we should be trying to push the limit of Rocket Gunners with Dwarp. Because I think if we're still going to use an off-meta tower... Yeah, I'm cooked. I think if we're going to use an off-meta tower like Dwarp, we still have to use the other meta towers. That's the problem with this game. And these patch notes. I'm going to Ultimate Strike that guy, believe it or not. opportunity cost of being able to take out things. Also, he just got 3 crazy boosters, bruh. What is this game? Like, are you kidding me? I was recommending to the devs a while ago, they should buff mini-bosses, and you shouldn't be able to take multiple mini-bosses within the first 3 rounds. Like, I'd rather the mini-bosses be harder to deal with and then not be able to deal with multiple of them. Because, like, imagine back in the day when mini-bosses were more difficult, you could pick Thunderbird, Call the Dragon, and Broodmother on wave 3. And, like, I remember having games where that would happen, and I was like, I shouldn't be winning this game. Like, this is just straight up booster RNG. But now since the game is Weenie Hut Jr., it doesn't really matter as much. Like, all the troops are easy. Like, if this was pre-patch, like pre-Battles Pass patch, I would not be surviving these waves. I would have been dead already. Yeah, I do know Kyra Lewis. I know, like, the most obscene random Pelicans players. Like Jameer Nelson back in the day, Emeka Okafor, Dante Cunningham, Etuan Moore. I could go on and on. I'm telling you, like, I'm a huge Pelicans fan. Next Creator Cup tournament, I don't even know if they're going to do another Creator Cup tournament, honestly. Especially since I pulled out Vesper in the finals. Not that that actually mattered, but I don't know. What they told us is that the next Creator Cup would be determined on whether or not this one did well. And I think that because none of the streamers really promoted it other than, like, me and Prahant for the most part, outside of posts, nobody used our links. Because, like, they were supposed to, like, they gave us links and people were supposed to be able to download the game through the link. But, like, they maybe got 1 or 2 downloads through that. And they were like, bruh. So, yeah. But I'd like to see a Dev Cup. They do Dev Cups by themselves. But it's just like, we never see them. You played Kyra Lewis in high school? That's so sick. And he may have dunked on you. Kyra was like a mini Jaw. That's what the Pelicans thought he was going to be. Alright, we actually got to start going for the gimmick here. And, like, getting the Dwarf leveled up. Let's get the one shot on that guy. Let's get this Dwarf upgraded. But that's sick that you played with Kyra. He played for Alabama, I think. In college. Alright, here we go. Tower Disrupt is going to really do nothing on this guy, but... let's get that Ogre out of here. Let's get that Crossbow Fort up. Please take out that Goblin. Okay, nice. I don't know. I have a weird feeling we could win this, but I feel like he's just got too much spam. No. Let's get that. Yeah, our G League team is, like, from Birmingham or something now? No. It's like, I forget what our G League team is, but I know it's not from around the Pelican area. Not from New Orleans. Nolans. Birmingham, right? I swear it's Birmingham, but I may be wrong. Yeah, Rocket Gunners are broken. This is going to be a hard game, but I think it is winnable. Genuinely. We have a lot of gold here, too. Let's get this one shot on this guy here, get some hacksaw value. Oh my goodness. Good thing this is why we take stun. Actually, this is a perfect boss to go against. With Warp, at least. It sucks because he has gunners, but I'm hoping the Ghost will just do crazy amounts of damage to this guy. I can also nerf his battle mechas. So now his mechas are doing less damage to the Ghosts. I don't think that's really going to matter in the long run here, but we'll see. Maybe get some crazy dot value from the Dwarps. If I can afford it right there. Let's do that. Boom. Is it doing any damage to the boss? Not really. I killed the Broodmother pretty fast. Also, maybe if we get the Disrupt, it'll like slow down the respawn rate on the Gunners. Dots, chat? Yeah, it's from Birmingham. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you're right. They did move it. Let's see. We could get Scouts here and actually start doing damage on this boss. Let's move these Scouts up too. Hacksaw locked on. But we can actually move these Scouts over because I'm trolling and they should be moved over already. No, I needed to stun earlier. Let's sell that. Sell this Dwarp. Sell this Dwarp. No, the skeletons got in the way. It was so winnable, guys. It was so winnable. That wasn't bad, though. Like, imagine if we had Gunners there. You think we win that game? I think if I just maybe lock in a little bit more, we actually win with the Scouts, too. It's like the last few skeletons that come out just block it so I can't do enough damage. Like, it's actually crazy. These meta cards, man. Making it so that, like, I lose by inches. I want to try that again, though. Yeah, that's tough. We were doing good job stalling, and, like, Dwarp was clearing everything. Yeah, the RG are just a get-out-of-free-jail card. Legitimately, that's the best way to put it. Yeah, 3 inches is enough, guys. If you're ever feeling insecure, just know that 3 inches is enough. More like 4.5 inches is enough. If you're going below 4.5, I don't know what to say. Talking about, you know, like, breadstick length, obviously, when you're going to Olive Garden. If you're not getting the breadstick that's above 4.5 inches, then what are we doing? I've actually never been to Olive Garden. As an Italian, I've never been to Olive Garden. Is that crazy to say? Or is that, like, real? Don't go. Bro, my roommate used to get Olive Garden, and he'd have, like, leftover Olive Garden in our dorm room at, like, 3 a.m. in the morning. We lost a ton of viewers after I mentioned Olive Garden. It's funny stuff. Or maybe it was after I made that 4.5 inches joke. Yeah, it's like American Italian food, from what I've heard. The fellas have said I gotta go to Olive Garden with them though. So I gotta try it eventually. Like the unlimited breadsticks, they gotta be kinda gas now. Carabas, I don't think we have any around there. Or around here. We have nothing up in the Northeast, man. Like, we just got Wingstop. We just got Chick-fil-A. Or not just got Chick-fil-A. That's more recent. Like, we don't have Culver's. We don't have In-N-Out. We don't have Publix. Don't sleep on Publix. I don't think anybody's sleeping on Publix, but still. I haven't tried Hawaiian pizza. I'm not against Hawaiian pizza. I don't know. I do like salt and sweet things. Like, I feel like it would be up my alley. I've never been like, that's kind of gross. But I feel like if you're doing Hawaiian pizza, it has to be done very carefully. Otherwise, you're trolling. Like, I don't want massive pieces of Hawaiian, but like maybe like thin slices. That could be valid. What do I do for life? I vibe. No, I'm joking. I have a couple jobs. I don't really want to leak IRL, but right now I'm just doing fulfillment. And then in the fall, I do sports broadcasting stuff, which I would love to get into that because it's a lot of fun and I love that job. The fulfillment job is just like literally just basic stuff, but like if anything, I'm looking for something else outside of that. That's just something to like keep me busy until then. But the other job is a lot of fun. And then I also I collect Pokemon cards too. I have a huge card collection. Not relative to like other people obviously, but you know. It's like 15K worth of cards between One Piece and Pokemon. I do want to do a video showcasing my card collection at some point. That'd be cool. I've been collecting technically since I was a child, but I got back into it like 6 years ago. So like on Saturdays, I like going to card shows on and off. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy, demonic. A little wild, a little wild. I'm up big time, though. Like, I didn't spend 15K on cards. It's all because the Pokemon market especially has just absolutely exploded recently. Need Barrage there. Kind of need more archery scouts to take care of this Thunderbird, too. And just to spread out the Ashbite meteors. What do I think about the Logan Paul situation? Well, like, Logan Paul boosted Pokemon, but that's not why I got back into Pokemon. I actually got back into cards because my friend introduced me to the One Piece card game because I'm a huge One Piece fan. So it wasn't even Pokemon that got me back into cards. But I have a ton of Pokemon cards from when I was a kid. In terms of the Logan Paul situation recently with the One Piece manga thing, that was just a massive bruh. Like, people calling him a celestial dragon is hilarious. And it's kind of facts. I don't really have anything against Logan Paul. It's just like flexing the mangas, the first edition mangas, when like he's not a One Piece fan, just doesn't really make any sense. I bet he did scam fans. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't really know much about Logan Paul. But he just doesn't really like personally bother me. It's really hard to get me like upset and bother me. That's a good key to life. Just don't let stuff out of your control really bother you. Especially when there's so much stuff going on that's like, it's easy to get overwhelmed and like be mad at stuff. Why be mad at IRL stuff when you can be mad at Kingdom Rush battles? Am I right, guys? Like, get your priorities straight. Omega lol. You have scalpers? There's definitely scalpers. I don't really collect much sealed product. I have one prismatic UPC, and that's it. I used to rip a ton of packs. Like 3 years ago, right before Surging Sparks and Prismatic came out, I was ripping so many packs to the point where like I was actually making profit because I was getting good pulls. Like, I'm basically even on my pack rips. And I also pulled the Umbreon from Terrastal on my first pack, and I got it graded a 10. That's an $800 card now. So I'm doing pretty decent. But I haven't ripped packs that much ever since the huge boom, because it's like you can't afford it. It's so unprofitable to rip packs. So I just go to cards and I go to shows and I buy cards raw now. Yeah, exactly. With what Vincent was saying, like Nothing should be surprising with Logan. Nothing should be surprising with Logan Paul in that whole situation. It's all for clicks and whatnot. Also, like, I remember him calling Jinxie poor on stream. Because, like, he didn't want to, or, like, he was like, you only donated $100,000 to charity for water. Even though Mr. Beast was, like, pressuring people into donating money for water. I don't want to get into drama, but, like, that's so sad. Poor Jinxie. Yeah, crossbow forward is crazy. Especially against that boss, like, Barrage is just ridiculous. I should have let Crumthak walk up a little bit faster. Oh, we got a bonus chest. I gotta be grinding this out more. Should we try Twilight Longbow again? I feel like I'm not even using Holy Sanctuary. Although, I'm kind of just, like, pushing the Dwarf meta here. I actually think Dwarf is really good for allowing crossbow forward to go off. Like, the Dwarf is doing better clearing than it was before. So I feel like we're kind of seeing the buff a little bit. Maybe we'll try Royal Archers tomorrow. Let's do a couple more games with Dwarf. Yeah, exactly. Barrage does feel underwhelming until the boss wave. It is kind of weird. Like, Barrage against normal enemies feels like it does nothing. What's my dream job? I don't really know. Or actually, I'd like to be a resource coordinator. So, like, before I was in Kingdom Rush Battles doing stuff, I did a lot of work and, like, helping devs on a Minecraft server. So that's kind of, like, where my, not really content creation comes from, but in terms of, like, trying to provide actionable feedback, that's where that background comes from. Because I led a huge Minecraft Skyblock team. We made, like, a bunch of money, made a ton of awesome builds. We basically, like, ran the server as a community because the devs, like, didn't really do much. Like, that whole server was basically, like, whatever the community put into it is what they made out of it. This is the door map I wanted to try, too, by the way. But that's why, like, that experience kind of made me realize that I want to be a resource coordinator. Because I feel like that's what I'm good at. And I actually enjoy it. Yeah, it's a dub, Vincent. I don't know who Doug is, but that's a dub. Like, even with the negativity out there, there's still a ton of positive things. I think it's important to be critical and, like, especially, like, with Kingdom Rush Battles, for example, I think it's important to be critical and, like, make fair criticisms, I guess. But you just gotta be careful. Like, it's easy to let the negativity, like, affect you personally. Especially on, like, a day-to-day basis. That's why, like, the positive mindset I try to preach is because, like, I feel like when you're positive, you're more likely to be a problem solver. When if you're negative, it's easier to make excuses. But I know some friends who are like, if you're a hater, then it's easier to be critical. So, I mean, it goes both ways. Whatever works for you, I guess, as long as you're not being too much of a hater. Like, don't let some random person on the internet tell you how to live your life. Drobo's over here just waffling. I'm a One Piece fan, obviously. Freedom is the best asset. Do I like Canada? I don't really know much about Canada, but I like, I don't know. I troll my friend who's from Canada. I'm like, you're just an American, basically. Because he's from, like, Canada that's, like, right above Michigan. And he acts just like an American. And he's like, nah, man, I'm a Canadian. And I just troll him that he's American because he's, like, basically American. But he's not. He's Canadian, obviously. But it's just funny because he's, like, very, very similar to an American. Yeah, geography-wise, Canada is awesome. There's so many cool, like I was watching a Tibet documentary before yesterday's stream, believe it or not. Tibet is so sick. Tibet has some amazing places. Let's get the Dorp Disrupt here. I feel like Disrupt against bots are really good. Like Tower Disrupt and Hero Disrupt. Over boosters. Over troop boosters. This Dorp should be doing a ton of damage too. Yeah, exactly, Vincent. I think a 50-50 balance of things as well is very important. I try to be as balanced 50-50 as possible when it comes to, like, everything. And usually that puts me in a pretty good mood for the most part. Let's keep going Call the Dragon here just to put pressure on the Ice Scout. Nature research would be sick. I have, like, my, like, kind of a plan for my life. Like, I want to, like, do a decent amount of years in corporate America. The least amount as possible, but if I'm making good money, then, it's not bad. Maybe become, like, an actor or something one day, or, like, work heavily in production, because that's kind of what my job is for sports production. Not really. Like, I'm not on air. I'm doing behind-the-scenes stuff. But, like, anything that I can do for, like, media production, kind of like what I'm doing with content, obviously. Like, I have a passion for production and, like, bringing stuff to people. I think that's just really cool. Doing something like that for, like, 10 or 20 years, and then, like, being a monk maybe for 5 at some point would be pretty cool in Tibet. And then, like, retiring in the Berkshires, or, like, retiring in, like, some area like that with a cat. Go kayaking with a cat. Tell me that's not a fire life. Electrician is so sick too. Like, that's the way to go. Or cybersecurity is so sick. I met the cybersecurity, the head of cybersecurity at MLB, Major League Baseball. It's really cool what they do. Learning about their career too, how, like, they started overseas in Shanghai doing cybersecurity for some Chinese companies. It's pretty sick. Where the Eagle is actually destroying Hacksaw here. It's so annoying. That's what I was telling you guys about, like, the flying enemies. Just absolutely disrupting all of Hacksaw's abilities. It's brutal out here. Recently retired from life. I feel like you're never truly retired from life. You can be retired from your job, but I feel like every day you wake up, you have the opportunity to, like, do something unique. I try to make the most out of every day, even on the days where I'm just, like, working and streaming. Like, that's basically all I did today was work and stream. But at least I know, like, I did something more than just doom scrolling on my phone. No offense to people who doom scroll. I did doom scroll for a little bit. But I try my best to, like, have as much meaning as possible, I guess. Where the hell did that guy come from? Oh, we were coming out of nowhere. Are we gonna lose this? Oh no, we're cooking. Yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm 23, I feel so old, but I'm really not. I know some people in the chat are probably like, what is this guy waffling about? But it's just because, like, I don't want to waste any years of my life. I don't want to waste any days. A cat cafe would be so cool. There's so many cool cat cafes in Japan. I need to go to Japan still at some point. I know that's like a cliche thing to say. But, yeah, Japan is definitely on the list at some point. There's a lot of cool places I want to visit. I've had the chance to visit Italy when I was a kid. I went to the Netherlands. I've been to a lot of cities in America. Seattle's a pretty cool city. Colorado. I used to vacation in Florida a little bit. I haven't traveled in like years though. I don't think I've been out of Massachusetts in like, well, actually I go to Connecticut obviously, you know, for work. But yeah, I'm from Massachusetts. Leak, check Twitter. I'm a Pats fan. It's kind of obvious. Oh yeah, I went to Iceland too. Good call, Demonic. The hot springs in Iceland is so sick. I do watch UFC sometimes, or I used to watch it a lot, but I don't watch it as much anymore. Oh, let's go. We got a real person. And this guy has a cracked deck. We're definitely going to lose here. Yeah, I used to be huge into MMA. John Bonds Jones, Daniel Cormier. That was like my peak fight that I watched. I was so hyped for that fight. Like Daniel Cormier just like being a small dude versus the John Bon Jones Jonesies. It's peak. But I barely keep up with it now. I really wish I did more though. The Plants vs. Is that Plants vs. Zombies 3 revival? Oh no, PVZ. Oh. Like the actual occupation. I was like, you talking about Plants vs. Zombies 3? I was like, we're never getting that. But no, yeah, the occupation, true. I feel like that's just like the way to go. Like I know so many people that are working in that kind of stuff and they're making bank. Especially like if you have good connections. I mean, connections is everything, guys. If you're a young person, connections are really everything. Like you can get upset for people for like getting jobs through people and whatnot, but that's how the world works. Whether people want to accept it or not. Should you visit America? Because it's scary to go. I think that's a little bit overplayed, like the scary part. Depends where you go, though, obviously, but like America is pretty safe for the most part. I've heard stories about like people in Norway. Like I have friends from like all across the globe from Skyblock. And like I had a friend from I think it was either Norway or Sweden who literally got like caught in a crossfire from playing in a soccer game. Like he wasn't even like in a gang or anything. He was just playing a soccer game and I guess like one of the opponents was in a gang and he got caught in a crossfire and got shot. And like almost died. And he acted like it was no big deal. Like that's crazy to me. Which like stuff like that happens in America too, but he was just telling me like, yeah, it's like a really big problem. And he was just like way too calm about it. He was a mad chill guy, too. He had a cool accent, though. That's what I was talking about with, like, the Northern European accents. Yeah, and definitely, like, intelligence definitely only gets you so far. But, like, you know, you gotta have, like, a mixture of both. Like Vincent was saying, I think 50-50 balance. It's all about the balance. It's also about, like, playing to your strengths. Like, for me, I know that I can work long hours. So that's why I worked in fulfillment. Because a lot of people can't do fulfillment. Even though it doesn't pay that great. It's long hours. And that's the thing, like, I can have it on my resume and, like, show people that I'm willing to work long hours. I don't really ever call out. I don't remember the last time I called out. Like, out of all my jobs. Because I want to friggin' work, man. I want to make money. Well, there goes that Goblin Copter. I'm definitely losing this. I wasn't even paying attention to the match. A third dwarf here could go kind of crazy now. Or maybe I should just upgrade the quick dwarfs that I do have. PVZ has 3 soft launches. That's crazy. I've wanted to play Plants vs. Zombies again, but I don't know. I was playing Garden Warfare. I used to play a lot of Garden Warfare. It's a peak game. Jeez, this guy's sending me golems too? What are we doing, man? This guy wants all the swarm. And the thing is about America too is there's so many cool places to visit. Like, it's really just pick your poison, what you want to do. I feel like that can also be the catch, though. You know, you got to figure out what you want to do. See, can we get enough gold here to get another level of Shaman? That could actually come in kind of clutch. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I remember when Garden Warfare 1 came out. That's like when I first got my Xbox 360. Man. Talk about nostalgia, bro. I was just gonna say, and then they dropped Battle for Neighborhood, or Neighborville. I played Battle for Neighborville on my Switch a little bit. Which is like... I don't even feel comfortable admitting that. That's like saying you play Kingdom Rush on Switch, which I also play Kingdom Rush on Switch. The Switch is actually how I got back into Kingdom Rush. I may have not played Kingdom Rush Battles if it wasn't for playing Kingdom Rush on Switch. Think about that as a sentence. Pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I was just thinking about the inflation with gas prices. Bro, my tank was like $50, and I drive a Honda. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. I knew I was not going to win that match. It's all good, though. We'll probably call it there. We went for a little over 2 hours, and I want to get a long stream going tomorrow. Holy, what was that? Flashbang. I do like cars, but I'm not a huge car person. If I could afford cooler cars, then maybe I'd be more of a car person, but... yeah. We'll call it there. Appreciate everyone stopping in Hope everyone has a good day tomorrow. We're excited definitely for that spell. I'll probably do my pulls on stream. Doing the pulls live on stream, so we can gamble together. Yay, let's go gambling. Yeah, Battle for Neighborhood, it was fun on Switch while I was playing it, but Garden Warfare 2 is just so much better. I can't believe they just, like, gave up on Garden Warfare 2 to, like, drop Neighborville. But yeah, I would like to usually go for a longer stream, but I gotta wake up an hour earlier, so I want to end an hour earlier. But then on Thursday, I can sleep in, so we could even get, like, a 4-hour stream going tomorrow, which is perfect. Like, I'm thankful that my work schedule worked out that way. Because we got the new card. We'll probably test it in Stadium, test it in Onslaught, and then we could probably even get some custom matches going, which will be hype. We're definitely going to do custom matches on Friday, too. I'm taking Thursday off, so we'll do no stream Thursday. Friday, we'll do custom matches and probably viewer-requested decks. And then we'll do... I don't know what we'll do on Saturday. We'll figure it out on Saturday what we'll do. Maybe we'll play Lego Batman at that point. Who knows? If I get OBS running, I do want to play the new Lego Batman Arkham game. That should be a lot of fun. But until then, good luck in your next battles. Or good luck in your next Garden Warfare matches. Who knows? Maybe you're pulling that up. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.